An Israeli medical team landed in Guatemala this morning with the aim of helping the victims of the eruption of the Fuego volcano. The team was dispatched after a request for help from the president of Guatemala, Jaime Rhemrev. The delegation members, who include plastic surgeons and burn experts, will join the local hospitals and help treat the injured.
Well, since the eruption on Sunday, 109 people have been officially declared dead, according to Guatemala's Institute of Forensic Sciences. As the death toll rises, the head of Guatemala's Disaster Management Agency is facing calls to step down. Well, joining us now from Guatemala City is Jaime Rhemrev, head of IsraAid's emergency mission to Guatemala. And Jaime, tell us what you're seeing there in Guatemala and how your team is going to be able to contribute.
Thank you. At the moment, the most affected areas, the Zona Cero, the ground zero, is closed because it's still very, very dangerous to enter. Search and rescue efforts have been stopped after 72 hours, but the areas we know are there's still people out there that have not been found. There's still quite a bit of chaos. We are mostly operating right now in the areas that people were displaced to. So there's about 22 shelters where the people from the villages that were completely destroyed are now finding shelter. And that's where we've been operating since 2 days.
And Jaime, the situation as you describe it is really critical, and there are teams from around the world, including from Israel, trying to help. From what you see there on the ground, what other relief is needed? What more measures are needed to maybe rectify the situation as much as possible faster?
Yeah, so it's quite concerning because the number of people in shelters continue to rise, and there's a lot of official shelters, but there's also self-shelters initiatives where there's high risk, protection risk, water and sanitation and hygiene risks. So even though there's quite a good response, and you're right, there's other relief efforts on the ground, there's still a lot of organization that needs to be done. And of course, it's only been a few days. So this is quite normal that everyone is trying to understand what is needed and how can we best respond with all of the efforts on the ground right now and together with the government.
Jaime, how much concern is there about the activity of the volcano itself, whether in fact we could even see more, perhaps even bigger eruptions or not?
The volcano is still active, actually. About Tuesday, so yeah, that's like 3 days ago, there was another eruption. The biggest concern right now are the pyroclastic flows that reach up to 700 kilometers an hour. So they move very fast and are very dangerous. And also there's very heavy rainfall. So this can cause all the debris that is more kind of up on the volcano to come down because it is a raining season and it has been raining very heavily.
And it is, as you describe, Jaime, very dangerous even for those providing help. How does an Israeli relief team make sure that its own members don't get hurt in this very volatile situation?
We work according to the protocols that are set right here in the country. So if there is an advice not to go into the ground zero, we don't try to go into the ground zero. There's very good reasons not to do the opposite of what the protocols are set right now. So there are a few people who did I wouldn't say rescue workers, but maybe people who were very curious, and they did go into the areas that were restricted, and unfortunately passed away because of intoxication or burns from these pyroclastic flows that move so fast and are extremely hot. So we try to keep safe by not doing anything that we're not being told to do. Of course, we do try to reach always communities that are in need, if that is the case. But here we know that most of the population has moved to these safer areas and are right now in shelters in other places of the municipality that are safe.
Okay, Jaime Rhemrev there in Guatemala City. Good luck on your efforts, and of course, take care of yourself too while you're out there.